Hello everyone, this is Zhao. I'll be interviewing Mac's deck profile today. His BY deck that made top 16 and third place in Swiss. We'll run through his deck and we'll ask him a few questions of his matchup and how he went with all his other matchup. So let's go through the deck.
Sounds good. Right, I guess this is my little prizing, playing BY. Everyone knows what BY is. I'm going to go over the leader. I'm not going to go over, we'll go over some of the stuff.
Be flex on the prizings, for sure.
Okay, I get it. I didn't get a serial like some people here's out, right? I lost in top 16. I was a bit sad.
It is what it is.
Go over the deck. I've got 4 GARPs, 3 searches, 1 more than most people run. Most people are cutting it down to 2. I like my consistency. I don't want to not miss my Sabos and stuff like that.
Put this over here so everyone can see.
Oh yeah, cool.
In frame.
Wow, what a surprise. 4 baby Luffys, 4 big Luffys, 4 rocket Luffys.
Yep. That's standard.
4 baby Sabo, 4 blocker Sabo. I guess like the first super non-standard card.
Hey, okay. Let's talk about this Sabo card.
Let's talk about Sabo.
Did that help you in any way, and why did you add it in?
So, it helped me once against Blue Dofi, not because of its on-play effect, legitimately because I needed another 5 cost. Okay, it literally won me the game against Blue Dofi purely because I needed another 5 cost, so we take those. The idea is, if I high roll into Bonnie and I see it against Bonnie, I can kill the Cavendish, that's pretty cool. The main ideas was, I knew 3D2Y was going to be a deck, and you can't pop Rebecca with your Luffy because it becomes a 5 cost with the leader. So the idea was I need to go for game. I can put 2 cards in life, baby Sabo, play this Sabo, trash the other life, kill the Rebecca. That was the idea behind it. I didn't play it and play against it, but it was there.
Fair enough.
Also got a couple other versatile, it's KOing's always nice, right? Being able to remove your opponent's stuff is always nice. So the options there didn't come up though.
Yeah. Any reason why that rather than Shikan?
I wanted more consistency on 5 costs. I can play off. I can pay it for 2 off leader off the baby if I need to. I just wanted more consistency to see my package.
Yep. Fair enough.
Yeah. Then
searchable as well. So
searchable.
It's 1k counter.
Yeah. I'm still running Ace. I think Ace is a great card.
Yep.
3/2. I like seeing the babies. I like having babies. It's rush is good. It allows you to apply pressure. I think a lot of things people have kind of forgot. Even in the mirror matchup, it comes really in handy if you play it on curve. If you awaken and play this and they haven't respected it, it's a lot of pressure. So in the mirror, your opponent may have to play a Sabo instead of playing a 5 cost Luffy, which gets them more value in the long run, purely because they have to respect the Ace. They know you're not playing Ace, don't have to do that. I know it happened in our games, Zhao. We played a couple games before the tournament, and he didn't respect the Ace, and I didn't have it in hand, but we remembered afterwards, oh wait, we have to respect the Ace in the mirror because we're running it. It's also just good against everything, right? I wanted, a big thing of my deck is I wanted to run more targets and more 2-drops, so more babies and more 5 costs. So against stuff like Dofi, just having more 5 costs to play when they bottom deck, it's nice. And it's just good against pudding as well to finish the game, good against Nami. So overall, it's a good card.
Question, any reason behind the ratio of that 2-3 instead of the other way around?
So the way I think about it is Ace is useful twice, in 2 points. Early, it's a good card, and super late, it's a good card. Super late, you want to be able to keep 1 baby in hand. You want to kind of be able to see that baby. So if you saw it early, you may have had to ditch it because it wasn't useful. And I feel like you just need to see 1 of this Ace at any point in the game and to discard it. So that's kind of my logic, was that this in hand is better than that in hand, so I'll run more.
Fair enough.
That was the idea.
Fair enough.
Then we're going on to the 2Ks I run. I'm gonna quickly flip this the other way around, because what a surprise, we won 4 Flampes. Crazy. 4 Hioris. Crazy. And then I'm still running Markano. As you can tell, I'm not running a lot of the cool new spicy tech everyone's running. My plan was to dodge Bonnie, and I dodged Bonnie. I think, personally, BY is such a fragile deck sometimes that when you brick, it bricks hard. If you watch the Sydney Regionals live stream, I know one of the Singapore players, Gavin, was on stream twice. And both times he was on stream, he just got absolutely steamrolled because his deck didn't work, so he didn't see core pieces. Because he was running 2 heavy techs. He was seeing Shigans when he wasn't, and he was seeing Kuzans instead of seeing baby Sabos and like that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I knew that BY is one of the best decks out there. If I see my cards, I'm going to win. I knew a lot of people were on Lucci and 3D2Y, and you need to see yourself Awakeners against them because they're going to remove your Luffy. That was the logic. But Bonnie is still a deck, so you have to somewhat respect it. I respect it by running 3 Ice Age.
Ice Age? Any reason why Ice Age other than Kuzan? 10 costs?
Yeah, so Ice Age is more flexible. You can Ice Age and Awaken still on the same turn. If you're, which is like really important. Like a lot of Bonnie players, I was talking to Johan, who's probably Australia's best, or OC's best Bonnie player. He's had a bunch of tops with the deck. He got another top 8 this weekend, so shout out to him. And he was kind of saying that when you play against Bonnie, like Bonnie players are just going to start attacking, and when they attack, you're going to be on like 1 life by the time you can drop 10 to drop Kuzan, and then it's a bit difficult to do. So for that reason, I run Ice Age because I can just pull it out of nowhere. It needs no setup beforehand.
Fair enough.
Which is lovely. Ice Age won me a game against Red Green Law. He dropped his 9-cost Zhao, and I went, kill it. Which was nice. So we take those.
Very nice, very nice.
And was surprised running 4 Geckos. I didn't realize I was running 4 Geckos because in top 16 I saw 2 Geckos over my 4 games. So maybe I accidentally took out some Geckos in top 16, but we do run 4. So maybe you see them, maybe you don't. But
it is what it is.
it's a good card. It's a good card.
Alright, let's run through on your matchup on Swiss, and then we'll see if there's...
Yep, so it's round 1 in Swiss. I played against Nami. Surprisingly close. The guy ended up with like 4 cards left in deck. I didn't see Ace, but like Ace is there if you kind of need it. It's normally really helpful. Just kind of the same ideals of you always want to swing. You want to swing for an event +1, so you want to swing for like 9k, so they have to give you an event +1. Stuff like that. If you can't swing for like those magic numbers, just don't swing, just pass, build your board. And that kind of the theory behind how you play the matchup took me through the game, and I was able to win. Round 2 against...
Question before you go to the round 2. For the Nami as well, like what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize like having Ace, or would you want to see your 5-cost AK Luffy? Like what were we looking for since you run Ace in your build?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on the situation. If I have a bunch of 2Ks, you can take Ace, but Luffy just being able to take your life down is really helpful because it's 8k, so you only need to touch 1 Don for it to be 9k. And if I have the choice between seeing Ace, like 5-cost Ace and 5-cost Luffy, I'll always take 5-cost Luffy because I also need to see the 2-drop Ace for it to be valuable. Whereas the 5-cost Luffy is always good. If it's the choice between the combo of like, oh, I've got Ace now, if I can see the curve that I can play Ace and swing with it for 9 on the turn I play it, then I probably take Ace because it gets that kind of immediate value.
Is there any cards where you're like, you see it in Nami and you're like, oh, I'm gonna win for sure? Like, is there any cards like that you feel like, oh,
if Nami runs
something like you really want to see it?
Oh, something that I really want to see? If I just kind of get, like, if I see something like, if I get my
like
setup...
dream, I guess, like your dream starting cards.
My dream starting cards, like if I see like a 5-cost Luffy to play on curve and then like being able to Hiyori put something else in the life and just like turbo awaken, or if I'm super high rolly, right, my life has 2 aces, I have 2 baby aces in hand, I play Markano, I see what's in there, and we just steamroll them. But if I have Markano in my opening hand, I'll always shotgun it against Nami, just so I can see if I can like high roll them.
Fair enough. Let's go into round 2.
Round 2 was Calgara.
Damn, how do you find that matchup?
It's pretty easy. Like,
oh damn. Okay.
Like the game was surprisingly close because I didn't see Sabos, which you need to see Sabos. But it's an aggro deck that takes its own life and doesn't have much defense. Right. So when I get my blocker set up, its biggest body is like 8k. So if I can be a 9k leader with like 2 bodies and I'm swinging 11 at them, like, and I've got 2 blockers and I swing 11 at them, they're probably already on 1 life, so they go down to 0. And then the next turn I kind of just win the game. So they have to kill you really fast, and as long as you see like a couple Sabos, you're pretty chill. It was a closer game than I would like it to be because I didn't see Sabos, but is what it is. Still was able to clutch it out, which was good. Round 3, I played the BY Mirror on stream. It was also the same opponent. I lost to the top 16, so I was a bit sad. On stream, the guy didn't see any Sabos, so I killed him before either of us got to 10 Don. In the Mirror, that was fun. That was round 3. Round 4, I played against Blue Dofi. It's kind of close game. I needed the 5-cost Sabo just to have an extra body, but it was like super back and forth because I didn't see Sabos to cycle through stuff to see more 5-costs. So I was kind of always grinding. I think I played an ace or something in the game. It was like really...
What was your strategy behind him? Like, do you drop 2 costs early to avoid the pudding, or do you just like pray and just...
I generally try and like stay around 7 cards. If I have like a 2-drop I can drop, I kind of will if it puts me in a good spot and I know I have the cards to awaken and use it early. I'll also try and use Hiyori to be on 1 life because you can't go down to 0 life because they have the event to they have the unblockable event. So you can't go down to 0 life. They have Gravity Blade as well, so you never really want to play two. Like if you only have 2 Sabos, you never want to play double Sabo because then they bottom deck both, and then you're doomed. So you just want to play like 1 Sabo plus Rocket Luffy. And that matchup, I recurred like the same Rocket Luffy like 6 or 7 times, and every time I played Rocket Luffy, I always ditched it because I'm like, I don't have enough 5 costs. This is really bad. I have to make sure that I have that 5 cost in bit. So Rocket Luffy is really nice for it as it avoids being bottom deck because it just doesn't survive the turn. You just trash it straight away.
Is that what you're looking for though for your starting hand? That's one of the cards? Yeah,
so starting hand, like Rocket Luffy is definitely one of the cards because it clears their board. It's kind of similar as like most decks. You just want to play your curve. Dofi as a deck doesn't threaten your boards until like 7 Don. Like it has like a lot of 4K swings and they'll eventually swing into, so you don't need your 2Ks as much. Sabo's good to get down early as it protects your life and you're drawing and trashing cards. Trashing is really important because you build up a base that they can't touch when they're putting you. So Sabo is like really nice to kind of get out there. And then when they play Sabo's a lot of time, I'll block to let it die, so it's in the discard instead of being gravely bladable.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Next round.
Yeah, well, you know what the next round is.
Too bad, say it.
I played Zhao in the mirror. I lost. I won the dice roll and went second. I just didn't see geckos, bro. You know how I've got 4 of them, like these 4 here. I saw no geckos, right? Or did I see 1? It was one of the two.
You saw one. I
saw 1 and Zhao saw like 3.
I saw 4.
I saw 4. Yeah, that's right. He saw all 4, and it's just over. Like going second in the mirror is super important, but you kind of need to see like. You either need to see 5 cost Luffy's early to be able to pressure and know you don't have geckos to kind of win that way, or you need to see at least like a similar number of geckos to your opponent. 1's never enough. 2, if you see 2 geckos, then you can kind of play the 5 cost Luffy's and still have a chance. Because there's like diminishing returns on geckos, but when you see 1, you just do. It's just over.
Is that your only loss for the Swiss?
Only loss for Swiss. That was my only loss for Swiss. Very cool. I came 3rd in Swiss. I was kind of decent. Zhao came 2nd, so I'm still not the best BY in the team. But, it's alright. It's alright.
It's not your main game, so
yeah, it's true. Secondary game.
Alright, next one.
Round 6, I played Red Green Law.
How do you find that matchup?
It should be scary. It wasn't scary. The only thing that kind of scared me was when he turned 1 searched and found Zoro, and I was like, oh, this could be bad here. But then like 2 turns later, I drew Ice Age, so I knew I was fine. You just want to stay on 1 life so they can't Luffy kill you. Their Luffy can at max swing 11k if you attach. Is it 11k? 10k?
They can do shambles into restand law. So like if it was. It was played a turn before?
Yeah, it was played a turn before. It's like super scary, so you have to have an out to it.
It's 14-14.
Yeah, so that's like, it's super scary. That's like I had another Ice Age in hand just in case he played 1 and passed. But yeah, he never kind of had a chance to play it. I was just big bodies just whacking him down. It was kind of scary at one point because I was running out of babies and geckos, and then I drew a gecko for turn. I was like, we chill.
Sounds like you high rolled, but sure, let's go.
Talking about high roll, my round 7. Round 7. This was like the most high roll game I think me or my opponent kind of witnessed.
Yeah.
I was playing BY into Bello Betty. That deck can put out some gas. Like you're on a clock. So I was lucky and I saw all 4 Sabos. So after I got to 5 energy, every single turn I just played Sabo. But I swung at him. He triggered Cracker.
Yep.
Is rough. Next turn, swing again, triggers 2nd Cracker. I'm doomed, bro. Next turn, he swings, he triggers another Cracker, and I'm just, he triggers a Morley, which is the unblockable one. I'm just sitting here, it's like, oh, bro. I'm able to somehow stabilize on 1 life with 9k body.
Yep.
Survive like a couple of turns. He's able to play 2 Sanji blockers, so I can't threaten lethal with like what I have left over on board. Because I only have like 2 cards in hand, but I just didn't have enough swings to kind of get through. So I had to try and survive another turn. I survived it by like 1k or something.
Have you ever thought of starving? Would that be something to do?
I think it can. I think like they only run a certain amount of triggers, right? So I think just you kind of. If they maybe after I saw the first trigger, I should have switched to starving.
Yeah,
I was just like, bro,
there's no way, right?
I saw his round before, and he was like on 8 dom with like 2 cards in hand, and I'm like, surely if I just apply the pressure, I can just like big dual attack. I'll be honest, at the time I wasn't thinking about like Sanji, but I had also Rocket Luffy to kill it. But I needed Rocket Luffy plus Ace kind of thing, so I was just a little bit off. I think the way I did it was fine because I'm running Ace. And because like heavy counts Rocket Luffy, I think if you're running the Shogun plus Kuzan, you play slow. You Shogun their scary bodies like
every time they shoot trigger.
Yeah, every time they trigger, or the Eagle dude that minus your leader by 1k.
Karasu, yep.
Karasu, like those are the cards that you really want to Shogun. Because I don't have them, stalling doesn't really work too well for me because he can just swing lead and build a wide board while I haven't applied any pressure.
Yep.
And then final round was another BY mirror. I won that.
Do you see more Gecko this time?
I saw a couple Gecko, but he just didn't see Sabos.
Yeah.
I played 5 overall. I played 6 BY mirrors over the weekend. Oh, we'll go Top Cut. Top Cut was BY mirror.
Yeah.
Game 1, he didn't see Sabo. So the 3 BY mirror games I won over the weekend that my opponent didn't see Sabo. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that means I'm bad, but you know, it kind of is what it is.
A win's a win, bro.
A win's a win. We take it. And then game 2, I lost. He went second, so it kind of makes sense. Game 3, I lost because I saw 1 Gecko. So over the 3 games we played, I saw 2 Geckos. And you can't really win Be My Own Mirror without Geckos. Yep, so it's very true. It's a little bit rough, but that's okay. We got top 16. We'll take it. It's fine. You'll see another video of me playing Dragon Ball in a sec. It's fine. So yeah, it was good. So we take the top 16.
What if I tell you I did not record this whole time?
We'll do it again.
Alright. Do you have any people that you want to shout out to?
Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to PX3. Shout out to Jimmy, our sponsor. Yeah. Shout out to everyone who was here. So shout out to Zhao, obviously.
Hey, let's go.
I'm staying with Zhao. He has to deal with my snoring. Feel bad.
It is what it is.
Shout out to Kevin Casey. Shout out to who won? Shout out to Nice who won.
Yep.
There's too many people we're friends with now. It's like hard to shout everyone out.
Too many people.
Shout out to Elliot because why not? Elliot can have a shout out. Shout out to Cam. He talks too much. You know. Just shout out to everyone, man.
Shout out to Ernest as well.
Yeah, shout out to Ernest. Shout out to everyone, bro. It's hard to shout out everyone. We're too friendly. We're too friendly.
Anything else you want to add?
Nah, that's it. That's it. That's me done.
Cool. Thank you very much, guys. If you have any question, put it down in a comment, and then I guess Max will answer your question if you got any question on his deck.
Yeah. Or send me a message on Twitter or something or Facebook, and I'll do it too. Right.
Easy.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.